and with 3 or 4 items.
The way you guys are talking, though, I'm getting the feeling that you both are favoring Team Liquid's draft in this one.
Not as much as the last game, but still favoring them a little bit. Maybe like 60, maybe 55, 45, 60, 40. Very slight, to be honest.
That's what I was leaning towards.
Well, that is
it's all about the Windrunner, because you know, Windrunner, they can pop off or they can do literally nothing. So it's basically just
no pressure.
No pressure at all. You either do something or you do nothing. Windrunner games.
All right, well, let's find out if Nisha can carry his team to victory then here in game 2. We're heading over to a commentary duo of Cap and Kyle.
Prepare for
battle. Kyle, not to expose you or anything, but after that game 1, took out the headsets and you said, of course we're going to see game 3. It's Liquid.
Stop jungling.
And I was like, wait, let me look through the history. And yeah, of season 2 and season 1, there has only been one 3-game series where Liquid lost the first game and won the second game. Every other series has gone 3 games, which is a lot of them, by the way. They have won game 1 and then lost game 2, and then it's a toss-up from there.
Yep. They can't win game 2s, Cap. That's just how it is.
The only times they outside of that one OG instance in season 1, yeah, they've 2-0'd Hellbear Smashers this season, you know. But like every other one is what is that? That there's got to be a reason. That is just not coincidence.
Game 2 is winner bracket.
Okay.
Game 3 is lower bracket. You know, you can't afford to lose again, so it's a little different. As to why they can win the first game, I'm not sure. Maybe it's something to do with their preparation. You know, they've got a couple of great coaches that help out the squad. Notably, they're committing to first 2ing Koifa's hero. I think this is the right move. His pool is a little limited at the moment. He's just switched. And I think that their drafts, you'll notice, are pretty much built around his hero's kits. Whether it's Slaughter or Mag, damage amplification is the name of the game.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
What do you think about this pickup for Sumail, though? Like, Koifa, all right, Yeo Faithful, get him those kind of heroes. But Sumail, we've seen him so many times on Leshrac so far for Liquid. Now being put on the DK, it's not really exciting for me, Kyle.
But it's the right pick. And I think knowing Sumail, he'll find a way to make it entertaining for everybody. They'll probably still lose again game 2, but Ember Spirit was the other direction I thought they might go, but I think DK is a stronger pick. They needed something a little tankier, and the point stun is really nice against these backlines, you know, finding the Windranger later on. Also a better laner. Windranger's really annoying to lane against, but DK, of course, with the built-in plus armor, should be just fine at level 3+.
And what do you think about this Omni Knight pickup? I mean, Owen in the back was Omni Knight. What's going on here? But do you have the same kind of reaction? Do you not like Omni Knight core right now?
I think it's pretty solid. I think Zai's probably been watching Siraction/Slack's stream, much like I have. The offlane Omni Knight is definitely something that he's exceptional in. It is.
Okay.
And in theory, it does sort of fit, you know, there aren't many good offlaners, right? We keep talking about Koifa's pool being small. Maybe that's just because the pool itself is small. What have we seen? Centaur, Slardar, Magnus, maybe a Beastmaster here and there. Like, what other, you know, we've seen people forcing Necrophos, LC. I'd rather have an Omni Knight than an LC.
Yeah, it really seems like only China is managing to make Legion Commander look really good.
Yeah.
And in theory, I've always liked the idea of Omni Knight with the Heavenly Grace that they changed, giving you that bonus 32 strength.
Yeah.
If you have a strength 1 position, I feel like that's a huge boon to you, and Sven is going to be one of the best heroes to take advantage of that.
Yeah, Secret might not have been successful so far in Season 2, but you know, this does make a lot of sense. You can see the way it was crafted, because not just the plus damage for this Sven, he'll get the massive status resistance as well. 50 base every level. I don't know, I'm telling you, Omni Knight, it's one of those heroes, it's either never picked or it's OP. There's really no middle ground, the way that the kit's balanced.
TP's out, but the Inkswell came off just in time in first blood for Insania.
Foremost, my artistry.
Not bad. That's the Grimstroke Juggernaut lane in a nutshell. You just can't really ever beat it.
That being said, Kyle, it does look like Matamaman's lane is not going so hot. I'm going to assume this is the power of Taiga and his Enchantress and the effect of Impetus. Impetus, man, makes even the tankiest heroes just look Oh, pull back again. Puppy's in trouble here. The last shot. Does he have a fairy fire? He doesn't. All he had was a healing cell. Didn't want to pop that. So a second kill now for Liquid.
Yeah, Ench is really nice against the Sven. It used to be a bit better when Impetus was the ulti and then pierced the BKB. And that's another kill onto Zai, it appears.
Yeah.
Yep. But the Dispel on Warcry is very nice. And I think Taiga is going to have one of those games that you just go off. Windrun is also dispellable, so the defensive abilities of both cores can be removed easily. And look for Taiga, especially if he gets off to a good start in the laning phase. I think he can really take this one over, and a threat to mid as well. If he saves W, there's no save mechanism for Nisha. He's gonna just straight up die. Pop Windrun, dispelled, then slowed. He'll go down to a DK +1.
Brambles catches Insania, but he's already dug away through the trees. Mickey, he may have gotten some kills, but now they're out of regen, so trading hits with Zai doesn't feel so good. Mid lane matchup is going kind of like you talked about, pretty even so far.
Yeah. That's what we can expect. Oh,
surprise cookie. Koifa is pretty tanky, so he'll survive through this onslaught for sure. But he doesn't have a bunch of regen, so he can't really re-engage to help Taiga too much. All he can do is throw out the shockwave, but the impetus shot and another shockwave perhaps from the Satyr would get him low. Not enough to kill though. Yapzor. Hey, Courier, there goes a magic wand. Bye-bye. Back over to top lane. It looks like they tried to go for the kill and do manage to get it this time on Puppy.
this lane is so strong. Arcane boots already up on Koifa, just spamming spells, and Taiga gets the best creep possible to come pressure a lane with. The Satyr does so much damage with the Hadouken.
And the regen, helped out Koifa and
oh, yeah.
brought some Chi back into his pool. Is actually stacking for them so he can clear it with the tornado. Cute play.
Yeah. Dude, Ench is so underpicked. Like,
yeah.
I think Chen as well. It's these two heroes, you know, there's really 4 or 5 that I think are just going to be staples. You know, we saw TI announced. It's coming. We all know what's on the calendar. Chen, Enchantress, Nature's Prophet, Earthshaker, Wisp. We'll be at every TI. We'll be strong at every TI until proven otherwise. It's been a decade. Oh.
Do you feel like the big team fighters like Enigma and Tidehunter will get more popular? Or do you feel like they're already kind of at their peak?
I think it's situational at the moment. They'll always be valid, but hard to say.
Love this rotation, by the way. Enchantress coming in with an enchanted creep. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're going to go for Zai here. I feel like the Purification probably puts him over the top here. As, yeah, he's more than healthy enough to be able to survive through this.
But he got a regen on Sumail, so he can pressure the tower now.
Oh, yeah, and they still kept that tower alive thanks to all these enchanted creeps that Taiga's bringing. They managed to get the mid tower super early. It's going to cost Taiga his life, and they also managed to get the deny. If they can give Sumail as well, that'd be fantastic. A nice shackle shot. They don't have the damage to back up the disable.
Man, if Nisha hadn't used his ulti at the end there before he went back to base, I think that's a kill on Sumail because he has the javelin, so the magic damage procs very effective.
Nice little double bounty rune here. By the way, I'm not 100% certain on this, but I believe runes percolate again.
Percolate.
Yeah, they now increase their cost the longer they sit there. You get more gold out of it. I believe for some reason that changed, because I've noticed when double bounties are set down, you're getting the same amount of gold for both, which would imply it's more important about the time than when it spawned, the current time than when it spawned.
Huh.
So just a little heads up for people out there.
It's kind of dangerous though to leave those on the ground.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You don't want to leave things on the ground, Cap. Omatu? You can see he's actually skipped Warcry out of fear of the Dispel. I mean, I think most Svens probably do, but I think I've seen a lot of 1-3-1s in the past. They'll likely just move to the jungle at some point. Farming quite well top, even down 5-1. Liquid have been successful getting kills up top, but it's really, really difficult to just shut down a Sven.
You want to know how I found that out, Kyle?
How'd you find that out?
I was playing my pub. We were winning the game super hard. Went back to our triangle. 5 bounties sitting there.
Wow.
Picked them all up, and I'm like, wait a minute. These are all worth the same amount of gold.
Yeah. Our observer confirming that in the little info box on the top right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Always love confirmation. 5-1. net worth very even right now. Maybe seeing a lot of good kills all around the map from Liquid. This time it's Secret being able to find the 1-up here. But once again, Liquid getting kills, but not necessarily winning the net worth exchange in the laning phase. It's kind of interesting, especially since they took the mid tower so early. Sure, it was denied, but it's still a little bit of extra gold.
The deny, I think, is what really hurts them in that regard. But the map control will be nice. It just makes it easier for Taiga to play. Has the medallion rush. Now looking to perhaps make a move up on top. Yeah, Sumail's here. You have Empower. Why not just push another tower? But that means Secret, they're likely going to abandon.
Tower is under attack.
Sven to the jungle, and I'd assume more heroes towards bottom to try and pressure in return.
Attack.
But it does mean you're moving a bunch of heroes into a Juggernaut lane, which always kind of hard to pressure, right? He's one of those like known heroes, lifestealer Juggernauts. And, like, it's hard taking his tower because it's hard killing the carry in the first place.
And I like the build. Liquid are going for a much more aggressive strategy in this game. You know, Blink is going to be the item rush on Sumail. Juggernaut going a Maelstrom. It is the benefit, of course. You have a mag, so you can afford to go for these fighting items because your late game and your scaling won't be punished because you're always going to have a free cleave handed to you by Koifa. So I like this. And they also, when they wish, can set up for a pretty easy Roche. A Medallion into Solar Crest Rush will be the choice on Taiga. And then they have Healing Ward. So if whenever they have time, they can just walk into the pit.
Keeping up to top lane, seeing if they can punish Sumail here. Never mind, that's 2 supports.
Yeah.
I saw the TP in, I was like, oh, maybe they're making a play. I didn't think about whose color was who. It's a Snapfire Dark Willow. That's not going to be enough.
That ward Puppy had placed earlier in his own jungle should have seen Taiga place his. Puppy and Kuro, 2 of my favorite 5s to watch ward. They're always really diligent about ensuring that when necessary they place defensive wards. A lot of supports can get caught up thinking that vision across the river is more valuable, but in games like this when you've lost a couple of towers, it's really important to have that.
Coming! And he gets up. The haste drone allows him to catch up. They're going to chain it with the RP. They weren't using him for much anyway. Nisha may still be able to survive here. See if he could juke it out. Doesn't have a TP to go back to base though, so honestly, I feel like he almost needs to die here just because otherwise he's spending a lot of time not hitting creeps. He's going to try for it, pulled back into that tier 2 range. The win run lasting just long enough that only one of the shots goes through to hit him. Almost enough to kill him. Still has 11 magic wand charges and a fairy fire. This time, if he win runs through, Taiga's going to be able to catch him with the enchant. The shackle shot, he tried to catch him before the enchant, which was a smart play, but sadly, doesn't quite work.
I think Sumail just ditched. He's like just farming mid that whole time.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Omni Slash. Sticks on to Zai. Doesn't a decent amount of damage. Still has a spin. But Man's going to make sure that Mickey does not feel good about going for that kill any longer. They're going to get out the healing ward. And Koifa still sitting on the side here. Surprises Zai for a second, but he's got plenty of backup. The 2 supports are here. Everybody out! And Zai, one of the downsides of Omni Knight, that's an offlaner without a disabled, so he can't stop Liquid from retreating like that.
That was terrifying. He just got it's a rushed Echo Saber on the top of man, so he nearly, I think Mickey wisely immediately retreated. Otherwise, he almost certainly goes down. Stun lands.
Still gonna go for it, trying to get the chain stun here. The Inkswell will buy Koifa a little bit of space. They don't want to overly commit, but still, Bramble, wait, oh. Still managed to get him after the skewer. Matumbaman claims a kill. They'll go back to chopping away at that tower.
A selfless action. Empowered his Juggernaut rather than skewering away immediately. Leads to his demise. But it will give Mickey that extra farm. Priorities.
I'm just imagining Mickey. Bro, before you die, before you go, want to hit me up with an Empower?
Tower is under attack.
Taiga doing his typical big greedy 4-position thing, farm to the other side of the map. This is a guy you want to give farm. Sadly, he does go down here. It's going to be traded up for Yaps on the other side. So both of our greedy 4s down another death.
That's a Blink reveal on the DK, but they'll take that kill. And yeah, Windranger, quite nice in this game, both against Ench and Jug, because you just channel your ultimate, and later on in the game, I've been convinced slowly by some of the other talent that Windranger is actually better and better in the late game than it was previously, just because of how mobile you are with Windrun and Ags, and then the threat to always be able to kill an enemy core. Like even an item behind, you can kill an enemy core because of that MKB rush. But we'll see. I mean, Sven, top of the net worth, and Matu, you know, he's played this hero many a time, understands his position, has the mask too, so not punished for the lack of lifesteal, should be able to sustain his farm no matter what he takes down, even this big ancient stack.
What is it about Secret that I've noticed that they can be down in kills quite a bit, but they're very efficient with farming. I guess camp stacked is pretty good metrics there to show exactly why they're up in net worth despite being down 3 kills and 1 tower.
They play the map better, I think.
Yeah.
Gotta keep in mind, Liquid, you know, consider that Windranger kill, right? How much CS time was lost as 3 heroes chase Nisha all through the jungle. This is a Secret lineup that's very good at min-maxing. Their macro, I think, is a big part of the reason they've been so dominant throughout most of this season. Well, not this DPC season, but, you know, the last year.
They've been successful for quite some time. They terrorize into the bramble, and Koipa's very dead here. So a successful smoke gank. Meanwhile, much of Liquid is on the other side of the map.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Don't necessarily have, they've got some physical damage. I was thinking about, like, how early can these teams Roshan? Secret, much better at it for sure than Liquid.
A Maelstrom completed, a BKB rush on Nisha. I think it's the right move. Can't dispel Windrun through the Magic community, which means that theoretically you can't kill Nisha. Like,
yeah,
you just can't, as long as he gets the BKB off.
Disjoining the ranged dragon tail.
Did he mean to do
nice.
that? He must have.
100% he meant to do that.
Wow.
I mean, maybe he didn't know exactly what was going to be happening, but he hit his panic button.
Indeed.
You know?
Reflexes.
Beautiful stuff.
Oh, he saw. Okay, he had a little bit of warning.
Yeah.
All right. I've played the reflex game. I've definitely lost a step over the years. There's the trademark Nisha smile. I just outplayed you. His hands weren't even on the keyboard, Cap. What was he doing?
Yeah, you know, I mean, he's hitting neutrals right now, so, you know, who needs to...
I wish I could be so relaxed playing Pro Dota.
Oh, God. Tell me about it.
We tracked my heart rate for a couple of scrims even, and I was spiking up to like 160, 170, and that was when I was in shape.
Do you feel like you were you prone to panic ever?
Wouldn't say panic, but definitely, you know, had the similar mentality and attitude as to when I was playing like more active sports, like, you know, American football and such. But I don't know if that mentality was really suited for esport, to be quite honest. Gotta have ice in your veins to perform mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, you gotta have that, at least for Dota anyway, it feels like you need that cool, calm composure at all times.
Yeah.
Fear not heresy.
Easier said than done.
Radiant are
Absolutely.
scanning.
Let's see, Zai. What's he going for? That's Solar Crest. Big surprise. It's another reason I feel like Omni should perhaps find a place in the meta. Think of the items he buys, right? Soul Ring into Solar Crest. Yeah, that's pretty much offlaner special right there, and makes a lot of sense on the hero. Maybe we might have a fight. They're wrapping. Sumail.
Gonna go for Sumail here with Matabaman catching and standing in the back line. A beautiful execution by Team Secret as they now look to be able to finish off Sumail. On the last viewer away, Koipa will protect his team by keeping Matabaman at bay. Midgame wasn't able to do much damage with the Omni Slash. The Inkswell starting to see some parts, but again, not much is here, and Insania may just be dying a second time here. The cookie hops him over, and that's a dieback for him. Terrorized, trying to get out. Beautiful shackle shot from Nisha's Liquid, lining up like pins for that one to work out. Koipa, he's going to be run down all the way underneath the tier 2, and if Sumail's not careful, Secret may just run him over as well. They turn back to the tier 1 tower. Great team fight for Secret.
Yeah, they're just way too strong right now, Cap. Excellent wraparound. They force Sumail away, but they more importantly get the kill on Grimstroke right off the bat. And the trouble is, Liquid, they just don't have the damage right now. Sure, you have Mag Jug, but consider the HP pools on these cores. Not to mention GA. So just straight up negating RP and potentially the Omni Slash as well. Omni is also one of the old school counters to a Magnus. If you RP and you don't get the Omni, he can remove it. And he can also then just GA. The whole Omni Slash negated. Now what? The damage output disappears. Matu, so long as his ult's running, his damage output is static and consistent. And he's 3,000 net worth ahead of the game. 4,000. It's huge.
In some ways, it feels like Team Liquid. I mean, isn't their lineup? I know they've got Mag, and so they've got this in power, but like, shouldn't Sven out carry Juggernaut?
Oh yeah.
This is just gonna get worse and worse, right?
I think with the Omni as this sort of I win card. Oh god.
Man, what happened to you?
That's the.
You got a grudge against Insani or something? That's 3 kills in a row for him.
And also just want to shout out to any of you pub stars watching. Notice the lack of a Midas in Matumba Man's inventory.
Oh, yes.
Didn't buy a Midas. He went for battling items. His net worth still fine, still on the top of the charts.
But if he had a Midas on top of all the kills and CS that he had, he would be even higher. Kyle.
That's true. He might not be 6-0 though. Deaths unfortunately do detract from your investments. Menke is gonna get out of here, but a long TP.
Yeah, seriously, the Shackle Shot almost caught him because he TP'd onto a shrine.
Old shrine duration TP would have got him 6 seconds versus the now 5. Yeah, you said major damage issues on Liquid.
Yeah, seriously. It's looking
Thanks, guys.
Insania. 4 death in a row with the handsome Matumba Man. It just won't stop.
Yeah, I love this. I love this Sven build. Just all in on the move speed, no blink either. Just straight up damage output, and the data list is just such a sick third item. Nobody on Liquid can afford evasion. He's gonna walk up, stun somebody, and crit him to death.
Yeah.
By far the most damage per gold efficient item on a Sven, because you get so much plus from your ultimate.
Yeah, to add to what you were saying about like him just no blink or anything, just running at people, he is ignoring status resistance thanks to, or a bunch of stuns thanks to status resistance from Zai, and then he's also got the cookie to help him get a little bit of extra mobility and a bit of a chain stun as well. So he is fully taking advantage of his allies toolkit as well. See, Taiga has indeed been playing the top half of the map this entire game, pretty much.
Yeah, but typically Liquid's able to exert a little more pressure on the map. You know, just check out Secret's warding. You can kind of see the way this game is going. They are firmly rooted in Liquid's side of the map at the moment. So no one can really play up here with Taiga and use the space that he's making. Sure, Mickey, he can farm this jungle, but it's only because Secret have chosen to run at the other side of the map. But for now, oh, hang on.
I mean, he's just going to be forced to spin TP, just like we saw Deja Vu a minute and a half ago.
Yep. And I was talking about how the mag just sort of removed the damage issues Liquid might run into, but I think I might have been mistaken. The Omni Knight covers you in the team fights, and farming speed-wise, Sven needs no Empower to be able to clear jungle plus waves super efficiently. Sumail has Blink and Halberd. Those are very, very low damage purchases. You just don't kill the Secret lineup for now. Maybe a big Grimstroke ulti into a double stun. And we've seen 1 RP, it only landed on a single hero, so magic may still happen, but I say that with some trepidation because this is Liquid and it is game 2.
Yeah, with a lineup that was supposed to take over the game a bit more than they have. And now a Daedalus, boy, the big hitting
21
items
minutes
just keep rolling in for Secret. Yeah, this is looking like, unless something dramatically changes here, as Taiga does manage to...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Took the outpost.
He did.
They took it back.
They literally got nothing out of that because the experience that outpost gives you happens on the minute.
Yep.
So it didn't even deny 20, 40 experience, I think.
And now I think if you're Secret, you just walk down lanes. This is the power of the draft. Like Zai, he just solar crests his Sven, and Matumba Man says thank you and hits buildings.
Gonna catch him this time. The terrorize to chain up with the shackles.
We'll say.
Yeah, and Nisha is not even necessary, so he's just continuing to hunt. Has the Grove Bow.
Is it just the BKB winner? Like, I feel like Liquid should try and punish Nisha's solo plays eventually, or maybe they can punish Matumba Man. He does have an Aegis, but there's nobody around.
There's a Zai.
He doesn't have BKB. I think he's just dead.
is under attack.
Underneath the tier 2, they're going to make sure of it too. They throw down the RP. Zai's coming in. Soulbound up. Silence does manage to get off the Guardian Angel and turn around. The damage coming out, but the Skewer will hold the Matamba Man Sven in place long enough. Nice blink away from Koifa as well. An opportunity to change the fate of this game, perhaps, for Liquid. They killing the carry, dead for 50 seconds. So let's see what they can do with this.
That's a sick play. Like, man, Koifa, you talk about how is he adjusting the offlane? That was nasty. Their only real opening, they not only kill a core, the one with the Aegis, turn the game on its head, and now they hunt. You don't have RP, but you still have DK form if you can find somebody else.
Yep, he's speedy.
There's a clutch silence from Insania to prevent the immediate GA and cleanse from Zai's Omni.
Yeah, I mean, that, like, Koifa, he had to skewer at the last second there just to prevent Matamba Man from wiping him out.
Dire's middle tower.
What a world of difference it would have been if there was a faster Guardian Angel at play.
Yeah, the one benefit, though, this is why Ench traditionally always quite nice against Omni Knight, is that you can dispel the GA, and of course, Impetus pure damage goes through the Guardian Angel itself, even if you don't remove it. So Taiga is really, I think, the one to watch from the side of Liquid.
Do you think he's made that call too? That's why he's been farming top so aggressively and stuff. He's like, guys, if we're gonna win this game, it's gonna be me carrying it.
Yeah. I really do. He's even getting a Witchblade. He has the Dragon Blade. He just got a Grove Bow. This is actually the dream for an Ench, the ideal neutral item.
Does mean Secret are going to have to be very careful when they do push high ground, because it still looks like Team Secret's going to be controlling the map. They may be the ones pushing high ground first, and that's probably where Enchantress is going to be the most deadly.
Radiant are scanning.
That was the first Roche, right? Yeah. So the second Roche is actually pretty big here. Liquid would love a shard for their Juggernaut, because effectively just the extra gold and more so the damage output, because he's going that build as is. Manta into Scotty, it appears, but the shard would be very nice.
How does Team Liquid itemize to deal with this Sven? Because obviously, like, he's going to be a problem for the rest of the game. He's 100% online. He's going to have a Satanic soon.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Hard to say. So the Halberd is nice. It limits Sumail's damage output, but at least it gives you a tool you can perhaps get a disarm off as he opens. You got to run from his TP though. Maybe this is a better answer, Cap. As you watch 4 Liquid heroes retreat from a lone Sven TP.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's how you handle him. 4 staff's quite nice for that reason. Yules are okay if he continues to play without a BKB.
Think you still get the Aghanim Scepter and the Shard on Sven? I mean, it's still an incredible tool, right?
It's pretty good.
Radiant's middle tower.
Or is it one of those things
attack.
maybe you don't get it because you're going to rely on Roshan to give it to you?
Yeah, I don't think you can invest your own gold in it until you're more slotted, but it allows you to continue scaling for sure. They're not bad to have. I think the Aghanims, you know, it's not as broken as it used to be. Sven doesn't get picked as much anymore because you can't just, I don't even know what to call it when you picked up Aghs previously. You would get its second item and like force jump onto your enemies to crit them in 2 hits, but still solid. The Shard is pretty okay in a game like this because it would force Koifa to be on the ball with his re-empowers. Could consistently purge it off of enemies.
Yeah. Purge off Inkswell, perhaps.
Lower cooldown, too, is not to be discounted.
Gotcha!
Man, Matamba Man must be just loving this game. Like, the way he's just been able to, so early on, as a carry, just run around fearlessly.
Yep.
The only time he's really been caught was when he was totally isolated underneath a tier 2 tower. Oh, they're going to break the smoke, but it's no, it is! I thought for sure Sumail wasn't going to get there in time, but he does. BKB is going to go off on Nisha, though, and this is where, Kyle, you were talking about. Yep. This combo makes him invulnerable to Liquid.
Yep, there's just not a damn thing you can do.
Sumail's still going to try and maybe catch up. Now he gives up on
No, you can't. He's too fast.
Yeah.
You've got 100 to 0, or it's just not going to work. So they're going to need to be on point with the Inkswell into Dragontail. Has to be pre-applied.
Are scanning.
And it is worth noting that the new BKB means that it's a lot less punishing to be forced to use BKB in those kind of purely defensive scenarios. Uh-oh. He's gonna get caught by Matamba Man, perhaps blinks away before.
He has a blink dagger, I think mostly because of his experience right here, where he realizes, yeah, if Liquid make this play, I need a blink because they have too many tools to reposition. Even the second skewer that comes out. And that's a very much a I feel like that he's just missing that little piece of alfalfa to chew.
Yeah. Taiga again.
Wait, is this a replay? Oh, live. Unfortunate.
I'm struggling to understand the importance of taking this outpost. Believe me, like I feel like outposts are not taken seriously enough, but like this is just suicide.
Oh no. Liquid?
Oh dear, they're about to get sandwiched hardcore. The damage already come. Oh, Koifa didn't get hit by that one. Now the spin TP away. That's going to be successful as well. Koifa, I cannot believe he did not get hit by that fire glob.
That was too close for comfort.
Radiant
I mean, I thought that was very smart. Lead off with the damage to make sure the blink dagger can't go off, but it just barely missed. Puppy.
This is great now, Satanic on Matsu. So the thing about the Sven is you can't kill him, you can kite him, you can control him. You gotta find the supports, but the trouble you have is that Windranger in itself is also a threat because a shackle from Nisha will force some core. Like he'll kill anybody if they don't have some sort of escape mechanism. And I actually think Liquid, you gotta be watching Taiga. His damage output is gonna be pretty insane, and the purge, if it could still remove Satanic, I'd say he'd be feeling a lot better, but it's really tough to actually deal enough damage to kill the Sven. I think he just has to come last. Like, just kite him. That's really your hope here as Liquid. They're gonna try and force a Roche. No real hard initiation from the Sven, so...
This is bold from Liquid, that's for sure, especially since they have Power Shot to be able to reveal. Jump forward from Sumail.
Nice cleanse.
Look at Puppy. Nice stun. Curse Brown. They're going to be able to catch Insanity at the start of the fight. The Soulbind onto two, but the Terrorize preventing them from doing much about this. The BKB going off. And actually, the Windranger into trouble. The Windrun's barely going to go off with Guardian Angel as well. Nisha playing around with trying to get around Liquid members, but he's going to be Omni-Slash to finish him off. That means Matamba Man does have a little bit more room to operate. They're going to stall out Liquid, though.
Fear not heresy.
Does not have a buyback.
Now back up. Nukes are coming in. Installed on Matamba Man, but now he's going to activate that God Strength, and now they have to kite Matamba Man, but he is ripping into Sumail. That damage was intense against a hero that had so much armor. Koif almost getting caught, but he managed to skewer up the cliff. Let's go back into the Roshan pit, says Matamba Man. And he will finish off, get the Aegis Shard and Cheese. Back into play they go, but this is insane. Matamba Man, he will take all challengers right now. The RP just to be thrown down, and they do manage to finish off Poppy, but still, they're really going to go for this one. They have to try and go for the kill on design while kiting out Matamba Man. Koif almost getting 3-shot, 4-shot rampage for him. Sumail doesn't have damage left anymore. Matamba Man, double rampage for him. Zai, he's just slowing him down at this point and letting Matamba Man do the work. Double rampage for Matamba Man.
Yeah, you should tip the man. And it's maybe we should just keep the single.
Nobody did damage but him.
16,000 almost compared to the rest of his team is what, like barely 3K?
Yeah.
That's the strat for Team Secret. Off the Sven, he needs no assistance really. Other than that, Zai, Solar Crest, give him the extra strength, which is also then bonus damage.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Give him the attack speed that he needs for...
Oh, it's so good to spend too, because the God Strength, remember, it's only base damage.
Yep.
So if you get the Heavenly Grace and then pop ultimate, well, I guess it just doesn't matter when you have it, but as long as you have the Grace on you, it's plus 32 strength, which becomes plus 200% bonus damage, so let's call it 100 damage.
Not bad at all, and it's going to be at least 2 lanes of barracks.
You just got an AC.
Team Liquid, I honestly don't know how you stop Matamba Man.
You don't.
Like 50% God Strength damage, minus armor from the AC. Like, he was foreshadowing people before. Like,
Is under attack.
Now
I just love this build.
legitimately 2-shot.
He just went all in on damage, and his team just kind of covers him as using the Snapfire to help him from getting kited. Zai just buffing him at all times. So he's not really a target, but he's the only target for Team Liquid. He's killing all of you.
Managed to get the shackle shot. Going for the chain stunning. Sword doesn't quite land. They're going to have to retreat back to their fountain. Look at the cure damage, though, doing a decent amount of work. But look how quickly he can. Satanic in one swing. Oh, Jesus, Samael. His bonus armor is not allowing him to survive against Matubba Man or man on man. Yeah. They're trying to put a stop to this guy, but they just can't. They're not even putting a dent in his armor at this point. Chain setting it up. Very nice from Puppy. Matubba Man doesn't have the God Strength anymore. The damage is a lot less. The Omni Slimes are going to bounce over to the Windranger here, but onto the Mega Creep. That limits most of the effectiveness there. Koifa still managed to get the RP. Doesn't have a skewer to toss him into the fountain. So they don't really have a hope of stopping the Sven. So it's pretty much the Toilet Bro show going on here, and that'll be GG. Sure enough, Liquid, true to the prophecy, will drop game 2. We're going to go to the full series now.
Yeah, I mean, it just, even the type.